just I had it was stuck in my pants. So yeah, I got you. Right there is good. What direction did you want me to go?
Test 1, 2, check, check. Test 1, 2.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome everybody here to Shelbyville, Tennessee, here for the big event here tonight. The Cooper Steel Arena is going to come alive here tonight with the super modified two-wheel drives. We got the super modified four-wheel drives, as well as the hot rod tractors. We've also got the 4,300 light trucks back there, as well as the light limited super stock. So 5 classes of competition here as we bring you the Countdown to Pull Time show here. And I've got a special guest here tonight. My name is Dan Mayer. I'll be one of your announcers here tonight. But I've got Jacobe Wray here, driver of one of these super modified two-wheel drives. And Jacobe, you've had a busy week here coming into this week. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we were trying to get our truck together. Dad bought a new truck, so we was trying to get both trucks put together. We started one Sunday afternoon and put it in the trailer Monday, and saw it's been started at one time just about when we got here.
So as most people know, during the summer you guys campaigned a super modified four-wheel drive, and then you were out with the two-wheel drive at different events. And the super modified four-wheel drive just kind of went down the road. Is that what happened with it?
Yeah, a good guy from Jamestown, Tennessee bought it, Denton Lowe. They're going to campaign it out this season. They'll be here tomorrow night. His daughters played basketball tonight, so they couldn't be here tonight for it. But they're going to continue to run it. It's still good class. We just decided to run two two-wheelers. We can go anywhere now that we want at any association.
So now this new two-wheeler we've seen, run out on the Grand National Circuit this past summer, comes from the state of Georgia. How did that all come about?
It was just a spur of the moment, actually. It wasn't even for sale. We ended up getting it. It was, he said, she said kind of thing, and we ended up with it. It was just a deal that worked out really good, and we loaded up and drove down there and picked it up.
So now here for the maiden voyage here this weekend, Dad going to be behind the wheel of it, or are you going to take over the reins and say, hey, I know these two-wheelers here. Let me show you how this thing works.
No, that's all him.
Okay.
We put my old motor in it for him, and hopefully it'll make an A to B pass and run good for him. I don't ever want to drive his truck. I got my own.
Now, this truck originally came out of Bardstown, Kentucky, didn't it? Originally with the Mattingly team.
Yeah.
They built that truck years ago and ran that for years. And
yeah, it was the old Spike truck.
It went down to Georgia there, and of course the family ran it this past summer, like I say, on the Grand National Circuit. So exciting things here this weekend. You guys running 2 trucks, and is that, of things to come here for the summer coming up?
Yeah. We don't know quite what we're going to do yet this summer, where we're going to be, where we're going to even go. But we're going to do one thing, and we're going to have fun this summer. So.
Now, last year you guys did a lot of traveling. You were out on the PPL circuit. I saw you at quite a few events on the PPL circuit this past year, and you were out there running as a rookie. Tell us about that experience, all the different tracks.
It was really cool. It was one thing that I say everybody should have to do is go up to a different venues and different places to go. It was a different thing to go up to different places. We went all the way to Wisconsin, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. It was just a really cool place to go.
And as you said, you ran on you kind of undecided as far as what you're going to do this year, as far how things go as far as the traveling part of it.
Yeah, we're going to see how the beginning of the season goes. Heck, as far as we know, we might not have 2 trucks running after tonight. Both might pop.
Well, hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully be able to make 2 nice runs here and make it through the weekend there and put a couple of nice passes down here. And tell us about this new facility here. I mean, you guys have been out looking at the track all afternoon long, kind of a lot of unknowns, right? I mean, you're at a facility now that, nobody's pulled here before, so you're kind of, what do you go back to? Some of your indoor notes that you've ran before, or how do you go about that?
We've never been to this facility. It's a really nice place. I'm mostly basing this off of Murfreesboro. The track looks just like Murfreesboro. We've never ran 2-wheelers down there, nothing. We ran a diesel truck. We're going to try to just shoot for it. We don't really know what we're going to do yet, but we'll watch 1 or 2 go down the track, and we're going to decide from there what kind of setup we're going to run. So hopefully it'll be a really good track tonight and really good show. We got a lot of tough competitors here.
Yeah, I noticed the lineup here. There's about 20 or so on the lineup here for the 2-wheel drive class. And when are you guys scheduled to go out here in the class order here tonight?
Dad's the 6th hook, and I'm 11th. So we'll have a few trucks in between that we'll be able to watch his the way it does and go off his to be able to help set ours up a little bit more. So we know absolutely nothing about his. It's going to be a shot in the dark. We had a good setup on ours last year, but then Brian Knox, he really set us up a new motor this year, and Mike Janis superchargers. So it's a whole new combo that we know absolutely nothing about.
Well, it's got all the right goodies at it, that's for sure. And as far as when are the 2-wheelers running here tonight? Are they going to be 3rd, 4th class in the lineup? Do you know?
I'm pretty sure it's 3rd class.
Third class, okay. Wrong. So super modified 2-wheel drives, 20 of them here tonight. Should be an outstanding show. Jacobe Wray joining us here on our Countdown to Pull Time show here live from Shelbyville, Tennessee. Well, Jacobe, we'll let you get back to the pits. Thanks for joining us. I know you were a little apprehensive joining us here tonight, but thanks for coming up here and talking with us a little bit about, we wanted to learn about this new truck. We've been seeing it, on Facebook all week long, and everybody out there going out there and saying, hey, let's see how this truck's going to run here this weekend.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We hope everybody here does real good.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Jacobe Wray here on the Countdown to Pull Time show here, one of our 2-wheel drive competitors. As at this time, we're going to bring in Jason Schultz here, and we've got quite a few classes that
we do 5 big action
going to be
packs.
able to pick from here on Full Pull Picks here this weekend.
Yep. Do we have all of them up there? All the games?
There was 3 that I saw.
Okay,
I saw
so
2-wheelers, the hot rod tractors, as well as the super modified 4-wheel drives were up there.
So those of you watching right now, we're live on YouTube and Facebook on Countdown to Pull Time. Great interview there with Jacobe. It's fun. I don't think he likes the microphone.
Well, that a lot of guys don't, but after a while they get used to it, and it's not. We don't bite.
No, we don't.
We don't
Not
bite.
at all.
We don't bite.
But we will take free things if people want to bring us gifts. So excited to be. Let's talk about this arena, Dan. Cooper Steel Arena, Shelbyville, Tennessee. Beautiful arena. I'm hoping we can, put some butts in the seats tonight. We like to say, Dan, for Eddie Carey and the TNT team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you talk about a facility set up for pulling.
Yep.
We've got it here. I mean, this, I think they said about 4,500 or so it holds at this arena, and more or less set up for horse shows and stuff like that. And they do have some motorsports events here throughout the year. But, I mean, not a bad seat in the house.
No,
I mean,
isn't.
we are sitting here up on top here at the start line area, but you can see all the way around here. I mean, we're going to have about a 240-ish foot track is what they tell us. It actually measures 300 feet here before you put in the sled in here and put the sand pile at the end of the track. So they're saying about 240 or so.
Okay.
So
I like it. That's pretty typical for indoor pulling. And there's a few that are longer than that. Like you were just at Louisville. That was a A 245 is pretty deep into the sand, I think.
Yeah, 248 I think was our furthest we
Okay.
had all weekend there. But yeah, like you say, right around 245, 250, right in that range. But we will see here, and a lot of unknowns, like we
It
say,
is.
going into a new facility, this track. Everybody's kind of out there looking things over. Hey, what are we? Jacobe told us he's going to go with a Murfreesboro setup, even though they've never pulled in Murfreesboro. So he's like, well, we're gonna go with that and see how that works out.
I like it. The city of Shelbyville seems to be well received in this event. We got here yesterday to set up for Full Pull Live and get all our equipment in here, and went around town, and I saw a lot of posters of the event hung up in there, and seen a lot of stuff on social media. The TNT pullers have done an amazing job of like, hey, if you can't be there, watch it on the live stream at Full Pull Live, sharing it around. It's really important for pullers to promote themselves, and people love the shop talks, and you're going to be, you do some all access tours and different things like that, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we've got, of course, the Vintage Series coming up here in the next couple of weeks. You're going to see that on Full Pull Live as well. So make sure you do check that out. But like I say, this weekend here, you're pulling down, from northern Kentucky, whatever.
Yep.
Family back home watching you on Full Pull Live. Make sure you do tune in, 7 o'clock both nights. And we're going to bring you all the action right here from Shelbyville, Tennessee.
And there was a lot of questions like, is there a better night to come? And no, it's the same class as both nights. There's not like a finals like Lexington where you qualify for a Saturday night. This is 2 nights, 5 classes. I think Eddie said there's about 70 some hooks. I haven't double checked on that yet. So
yeah, right about that 70 to 75 hook range here. And of course, being a first time event, with the finals you talked about, just kind of come in and everybody make 2 passes here this weekend, kind of get a baseline here as far as, what the facility can hold. And like you say, hopefully we can pack it here tonight.
So let's talk about Full Pull picks a little bit, Dan. I'm going to get the Full Pull app out here and dive into this. So what class is going to pop up first? I know we have a graphic up on Facebook right now. Allie posted with the odds, the leaders right now are the favorites. So 2-wheelers, it looks like we're going to pick 2 to finish in the top 3, and then there's a field pick. So if you don't think anybody that's listed, or if you like somebody in the field, you can pick the field, and basically you're picking that group of pullers to finish in the top 3. And that's what's fun about this. So you go on to Full Pull picks, you pick 2 competitors that you think will finish in the top 3. So they can be first and third, they can be second and third, and it's a lot of fun.
So right now our top picks in the 2-wheel drive class. So who are
So we got
favorite?
Chase Richardson, Suffer Insanity, your National Farm Machinery Show winner, champion, as well as he won the Inderly and the Grand National points at NTPA. So that doesn't surprise me that the people are putting that he's a favorite right now on there. And I believe there's one other one too. So Danny Lusk with the Tennessee Wild Child's at 1.9 to 1. Dan.
Okay, so that was one of the tough running trucks we saw down in Sevierville, Tennessee.
Correct.
Run very well, had a big win down there.
Jacoby Wiley with the Easy Money's at 1.9.
Okay.
Some of the long shots right now. Wild as You, Brian Stevens, 23 to 1. What else we got here? And then the field pick as well is a long shot as well right now. But they stay open until the class starts. So there's a lot of different things going on there. So in the field picks, you have Boogie Woogie, Final Notice, Kryptonite, Papa Bear, Alley Cat, The Judge, Breathe Easy, and The Duke. So you got Carlton's in there, you got Fryman's in there, you got some big hitters in that field pick. So that gives you a chance to, 7 or 8 trucks. And you know how competitive the 2-wheel drive truck class is, Dan.
Oh, yeah. Anybody, any given night can win it.
Win it. So, especially in a brand new facility, new dirt. Like you said, Jacoby said they're going to try their Murfreesboro setup, but they've never even pulled Murfreesboro before.
Right. So we'll see how that's
How
going
it
to work
shakes out
out.
for
Now,
them.
we've also got super modified 4-wheel drives and the hot rod tractors.
Yep. Is the hearse here?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
It made its debut in Lexington.
Yes,
So.
and they said they were going to beef up the axles the next time we saw it. So kind of interested to see if it's made its way down here. But
Adam Bennett with Privileged is 5 to 1. Brian Corneliuson with the Hooters truck is 14 to 1. Chase Carey with the Last Responder is 14 to 1. So he's on the sheet. About Broke with Denton Lowe is 14 to 1. Jared Jones in the Big Nasty, always a favorite. He's your TNT champion. And I believe he won Lexington. No. Did he win Lexington?
Blew up.
It
blew up down there, yeah. Remember,
He won his qualifier, though.
Wasn't able to make it to the finals there, yep.
So Big Nasty's won almost 2 to 1. And then Big Daddy Magic Larry Dewitt is your favorite right now. Douthit, sorry.
Very tough running
Thank
truck
you.
right
Yep.
there. Former Grand National champ.
He is basically even at 1 to 1 right now. Pops Bandit, Joey Alexander's 14 to 1. Jason Dews in the Why Not van, the coolest van. I call it the free candy van. So here, kids, the only van.
The only full-size van and pulling right there.
I love it.
Love it.
Time and Money, Rex Bennett's 14-1, Trailer Trash, Stacy Bennett's 14-1, and then Steve Clem, who won the modified four-wheel drives at the National Farm Machinery Show here, pulling in super modified four-wheel drive.
And the truck won. Son Dylan won at the Lexington event.
That's right.
So he was a finals winner. So yeah.
So right now Steve is the overall favorite in here in our picks. Again, you're going to log on. You're going to pick two competitors to finish in the top three. Tony Wiggins and the Nightmare at 14-1. So, and then the last class that we have up for picks will be the first class tonight, the Hot Rod Tractors. And again, we're doing the same thing. We're going to pick two to finish in the top three. Dan, Peyton Lusk and the Tennessee Wild Child's 1.16-1. Whistling Diesel. Excuse me, that's that funny guy on YouTube.
Yes.
Whistling Dixie is Mason Steinman at 1.3-1. Family Feud, Mark Dawson 17-1. The Riddler, Jonathan Carter 1.3-1. Jonathan did a good job on his social media this week.
Okay.
He did. I followed all. He did a great job promoting the event. Wrecking Havoc, Connor Whitting is 1.3-1. Mean Girls, Chelsea Stevens is 17-1. She's all in pink, right?
Yep, all in pink. Yep. Mr. Chevy.
Randy Aber at 3.47. I think you posted a picture of him.
Yes.
On Full Pull on social media. Wicked Whitetail, Nathan Kurtzinger, 6.9-1. Mike Aber, Super Chevy, 17-1. Mark Fryman and the Misfit, 3-1. Didn't Mark do a dance?
Yes, that was the big winner at the Lexington event.
Yeah, didn't he do a dance out there on top of his tractor? Didn't he stand up?
Yeah, he stood up and he was pumped up. He was fired up. Yeah, he was shaking and grooving.
Dwayne Kurtzinger and the Born Ready, 17-1, and then Family Feud 2 is 17-1. And then the field picks again as well, so we can select a field. In the field picks, we got Stage 1, Old Yeller, Temperamental, Raging Bull, Deal With It, Honey Dipper, Stage 1, 2, and the Raging Bull. So the field picks are fun. Again, this isn't going to be like I have last year's setup wrote down. I know what my tire pressure was. I know what gear I ran. I know where I put my weights. I know where I spotted it. This is going to be...
I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're going to see some different winners here this weekend. I mean, it's the stage is set for that to happen here this weekend. It'll be interesting to see if that follows through here.
And I talked to some of the two-wheel drive truck pullers. They love the fact that Richardson's here. Who doesn't want to pick off the National Farm Machinery Show champion?
Oh yeah,
I mean that's
first time to do it.
He's got the bullseye on
right.
it.
Oh
so
yeah.
I mean he's going to be, and he's rolling into a place he's never pulled before either. Chase Carey was obviously there at the farm show as well. So it's fun to see. We have some of the highest level of truck and tractor pulling here tonight in Shelbyville, Tennessee, at the Cooper Steel Arena, Dan. So
yes, first time ever. So
you're working with Ricky Heath tonight.
Yes.
I'm going to be doing some trackside interviews. So the voices that you hear, like you're going to hear Dan and Ricky on the live stream and in house. And we like doing that. We did that in Lufkin, Texas, with some great success.
Yes, worked very well down there.
Did some driver interviews. So, how far was the drive? Is it down here for you, Dan?
For home? Me, it's because we go to Central Time, so I lose an hour. So it's about 3.5. I'd say right around 3.5. So where I live, just outside of Louisville. I'm about 3 hours from Nashville, and it's about half hour south of. We're awful close to Chapel Hill.
Yes, we are.
You don't think about that, but I mean it's not the middle of July, not third week in July. So
we'll probably see some Chapel Hill people up here tonight.
That's a rumor. That's a rumor. We got to look for the orange. I know I saw the orange at the farm show. They always sit down in the corner there.
They do.
And,
I like that events do that. They go and travel to other events, and we're in pulling country down here. Chapel Hill's a big deal. It's one of the super nationals on the schedule.
And celebrating their 50th this year. They got a big one coming up here, their 50th anniversary pull down there at the Super Pull of the South. And hopefully, like I say, we'll be able to see some of the folks here. Clinton, his group, coming on down here tonight. Hopefully check out the action, not too far away from them. And, you talk about, the Bowling Green guys, they do the same thing. They, do the hooking and unhooking at the farm show and always color coordinated wherever they go. But that's really cool how they do that.
I love it. Andrew Page is running the sled tonight. He's down there on the track right now looking things over. He said it was a tight fit bringing the sled into the building. It was skinny mini. He took his time. So, but
didn't you see Bo? Bo's not here?
Bo's going to be here later.
Oh, is he? Okay.
He had a CPR class that he was teaching, is what Andrew had told me. That guy's like on the fire department and everything. But shout out to Eddie Carey and entire TNT team pulling, Dan, is all year round now. I think you could find some antique pulls in December. Otherwise, like the big nationally stuff, that's pretty much banquet season. But I'm telling you, January through November, Dan, if you like truck and tractor pulling, we're bringing it to you on fullpull.live, literally around the clock. Heck, we even did I think we did the NTPA banquet
Yes,
on
we
the Full
did.
Pull
Yeah,
Live.
the beginning of December, we did that.
So we had stuff going on all year round.
All year round.
I like
every
it.
month
So-
there's always something going on. So make sure 7 o'clock tonight, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll also have another countdown show tomorrow
sir.
at 5 o'clock, and we'll go over. And, of course, now we're going to see the odds change a little bit
Yes.
here after we see the winners here tonight. And that'll be interesting to see how that'll all work out.
I do want to plug Hammond, Louisiana. That's going to be our next official Full Pull live stream, March 28th and 29th. That's with Mid-South. I think it's the only truck and tractor pull in the state of Louisiana, is what I've been told. At least from a national perspective, right?
Yeah, I would have to say so, because years ago they pulled down Baton Rouge and, of course, at the Superdome, but those were many, many years ago. So,
And I was also told that they've never, ever had a truck and tractor pull in this facility, the Cooper Steel Arena. Have you heard that?
that is yeah.
Okay, that's a
Yep.
fact.
I've heard that, too, that they have never had one here.
Yep.
So we are seeing a first.
And also, I want to talk about this Eastern Central Time Zone thing a little bit with you, Dan. You keep saying the real time. Everybody watching on YouTube and Facebook right now, put in the comments because even Ricky Heath said he just leaves his phone on fast time.
Yeah, he calls it, fast time, but real time. I like to
time.
refer to it. I don't understand how you can go directly south from the Louisville area and then lose an hour. I mean, isn't it set up? You know,
Did they?
I don't
Why
know.
did they do that?
Yeah,
Who makes these decisions?
I
Dan?
don't know.
Maybe Elon will get in there and fix the time zones too. he's fixing everything else.
Yes,
Or
maybe
attempting
that's
to.
maybe that's on his to-do list.
Yeah,
We'll see.
he'll
But
get some people put together.
but yeah, that's-
but we're in the Central Time Zone. I'm from Wisconsin. I like the Central Time Zone.
You like
it's
Central
been good to
Time.
me.
Yeah.
It gets dark early in the winter and late in the summer, so I like it. It's how it's supposed to be. No, in all seriousness, I like the 7 o'clock start time. Honestly, it gives people a chance to get home from work. Friday night crowds are always a little lighter than a Saturday night crowd, unless you have those like 50-year events like the Chapel Hill and they have the campers and all that stuff here. But really hoping that the fans will come out in the Shelbyville area, fill this arena up. If we can have a good crowd tonight, Dan, you and I have seen it many, many times. Typically, we can see that Saturday night crowd double.
Absolutely. And word of mouth. Word of mouth goes a long way. You know, you see the event and, you know, you're not too far, an hour or two drive from here. You know, it's easy to find.
Right.
That's one thing just south of the Murfreesboro area. And, you know, we were there just a couple weeks ago and, you know, not too far to, you know, right off the interstate, the main road. So if you're within a couple hour drive, come on down, check it out. It's going to be a beautiful weekend here.
And again, all 5 classes pull tonight and tomorrow night. Beautiful arena. There's food vendors. Yesterday, they had a crew in here that cleaned every single seat, Dan. There's like a group of like 10 of them. And they cleaned it all up. And this arena is beautiful. I think Ferenc Veg, doesn't he call his pull like horsepower and horse country or something like that?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
So this is the walking.
Shelbyville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
The poll he
This
puts
is the
on.
walking horse capital of the world, right? Did I say that right? A walking horse?
Walking horses.
I think that's
is-
what they
yes, with the
they
real
kind of
high,
they
yes,
trot,
yes.
if you will.
Yes, which
And-
is unique because, this week we got a tractor pull, 2 weeks, there's a demo derby
Yep.
here. So, yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Usually the sacred dirt, they use for the horse shows. But, yeah, no, lots happening here, and hopefully we see, a lot of folks coming out here and enjoy the action here tonight. It's going to be a great show.
Yep. So we encourage all the pullers, get on your social media, let your fans know you're hooking tonight. If they can't be here, they can go watch the live stream. Everybody can head over to fullpullpicks.com, have a little bit of fun there, and you get to listen to Dan Mayer and Ricky Heath tonight. Bring you an awesome show here in about an hour and a half. So I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. And
8
we'll
o'clock
get-
Eastern.
8 o'clock, yes, 8 o'clock Eastern
7
time.
o'clock Central.
7 Central, yes.
So 5 o'clock Pacific. Massetti's going to
Oh,
watch.
that's true.
No,
Yeah, we got
Massetti's
our.
watching.
That's,
Yep.
I was going to say we got our folks, our
called me
friends there
from
out
California.
in California, and
He called me earlier today.
they'll be watching, seeing what's going on. Of course, not a lot going on. I mean, college basketball's starting to ramp up here, but really not a lot as far as the sports go. And hey, check it out, Full Pull Live. Be here 7 o'clock both nights.
All right. We'll be back in an hour and a half.
All right, we'll
See
see
you
you then.
soon.